2, 3, 4. Heartbroken Houston, Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him,
the Bengals defense out there for this opening possession. They were winners last week, but were not at their best. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
and he was a big part of that victory a week ago. He had a key forced fumble, and that's what these defensive coaches preach. We need takeaways, and he'll be looking for more of the same here.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Kamara trying the right side. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 37.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Shamar Stewart in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Cincy defense set to go to work here. Their guys have the lead here this first half. And they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson options out left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 9.
3rd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And 2.
Jackson. They'll get this out to Kamara. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, Jackson. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 42.
Here's Jackson to throw. That one into the hands of Flowers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson now. Oh, that is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Jordan battle there defensively.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They hold the lead here in this 3rd quarter, but every drive important in a 1-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. They start the 2nd half with Kamara. Now he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Tackle made
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 4.
Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Back to throw. Jackson. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to the ground. It's Camara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Camara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in. Camara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And here's Camara on the read option. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Third and goal, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They'll be seeking a stop here for sure in the 3rd quarter of a tie football game. They begin on the ground with Camara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They got the pick six a moment ago, of course, by their linebacker. A fantastic play. And now they settle in to defend once more. The tight end in motion right. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. From the gun, Jackson. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jackson will try and do this himself. The quick feet by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So a player shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. The quick feet, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They're locked in a tight one. Tie game, fourth quarter. So coming up with a stop here, vital, as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They go play action now. Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a 1st down. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. To throw. Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 16.
Throwing. Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Jackson. And that's caught by Williams. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. And this is a big spot for them. Obviously, a tie ball game in overtime. Next score wins, so the pressure is on. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gleason. And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Jackson, options out left. A little juke. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8. Another toe for ETN. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Jackson. Now he'll take this and run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Ravens, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the level king, I told you. Hop in and let the journey begin. Let you fumble for all his face, so full of face. I just wanna get back up and down. We're moving on around, we're going up and down. We're moving on around. I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me
It's on to a new week for Cincinnati, and next on the schedule are the Steelers. For linebackers, this is a chance to go into the breach and meet the enemy head-on.